It is time for Choose Your Adventure, and it is warm. Hello all of you little demons, Jules here for WhatCulture.com, back again with another episode of the awesomely named and awfully hosted Choose Your Own Adventure, the weekly medieval theme format where I, the crown Jules of WhatCulture.com, take a list chosen by you. Yes, you, the person who is on new medication and has the driest lips known to mankind. Hear them smack? Barely, because there's no moisture on them. Yes, you get to decide which list I dole out to you each and every week. And this week we have none other to thank than Gabe Francis, I hope I'm pronouncing your surname correctly, for their suggestion of video game items that basically only existed to troll the player base. Now, when it comes to video game items, most serve a positive purpose, like buffing your health or unlocking the next stage of a quest, but sometimes they are designed solely just to mess with you, and these 8 items did just that, offering up less than useful upgrades or downright put the player at a disadvantage. So the next time you approach a treasure chest that just seems a bit too good to be true, take a look around you, just in case the devs are sneaking up behind you to pull your trousers down and then point and laugh. So let's take a look at them. As I'm Jules, this is WhatCulture.com, and these are 8 video game items that utterly pranked players. Number 8, the Fill Mask, Hotline Miami. Now, both Hotline Miami games allow the player to unlock a series of masks that grant them strange and often awesome abilities, such as the Tiger Mask, which grants faster executions, the Pig Mask that spawns more guns on the map, and the Horse Mask, which turns slammed doors into lethal objects. Because why the hell not? But the game also features an utter troll job of an unlockable mask in the form of the Fish Mask, which is called Phil. Yeah. Now, Phil can be discovered in the game's final mission resolution, and rather than offer even a minor tactical advantage to embattled players, it simply translates all of the game's dialogue into French and does a really bad job of it. Because you see, it's not just the dialogue that is written wrong, it's all of it. It's the syntax as well, meaning that you're looking at something, trying to decipher what it actually means written in another language, but it's also like, I don't know, like Del Boy has wrote this, like bonjour, mate, bonjour. And the reason for all of this? Well, the developers Dennerton Games outsourced the translation work to the online Babelfish or Babelfish translator for laughs, ensuring that the resulting word salad would leave just about any native French speaker ready to have a conniption fit. And here's a little fun fact for you, the Phil Fish mask here is, of course, a direct reference to Phil Fish, the creator of Fez, because when he was actually born, his original name was Philippe Poisson. Now that is a good name. Number 7, the Potion, Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII. Now, Dirge of Cerberus may be an especially clunky Final Fantasy spin-off that many fans of the series would simply prefer to forget, but it most definitely has its staunch legion of defenders who will enthusiastically tell you at every given point how good the game really is and how you're wrong. So yes, I see you already typing, yes, I know I'm wrong, thank you very much, you absolute loon. But all the same, it does however deserve some modest commendation for this absolutely ridiculous in-game item. You see, potions are of course one of the most basic bread and butter items that you can come across in any Final Fantasy game. Along with their more powerful derivatives, they'll restore your HP, but you know what, the potion? Well, not so much. Because if you stumble across this apparently misspelled item, you may think to yourself originally, oh, somebody over at Square Enix has just had a half day, decided to go down the pub early and just phoned this in with a mistranslation. But no, it actually is an in-game joke item that will leave everyone laughing, bar you. Because the Potion's description will cryptically inform you that it instantly restores a few HP, complete with an ever-suspicious question mark at the end. And as it turns out, taking a Potion will restore a head-smackingly naff 1 HP, ensuring that they're functionally useless health items that won't be much help in a tricky spot against tough bosses, even if you've got like 100 of them. Brilliant. Number 6, the Shoddy, Borderlands 3. Now, the Borderlands franchise is known for its weird, wonderful, and most definitely wacky weapons, but here's the thing, most of them tend to do some damage. The aptly monikered Shoddy, exclusive to Borderlands 3's Bounty of Blood DLC, can be unlocked during the money-back guarantee mission, though despite the game itself hyping it up as your new favourite weapon, it is absolutely not worth the effort. Beyond its name, the shotgun-looking weapon clues you into the fact that it might not be great when its stats page refers to it as 100% genuine Fakebs, implying that it's a knockoff created by an imitation of the series' weapon manufacturer, Jacobs. Though the Shoddy certainly looks like it packs some solid stopping power, the big disappointing rub is that the pellets fire out of it and immediately drop to the ground. straight up defying gravity in their pursuit of aggressive rubbishness. And this ensures that the shoddy's only practical use is in extreme close quarters combat, like so extreme to the point where you could probably identify if they've been flossing correctly. Needless to say, if you threw down 15 grand to buy this thing from scammer Stickley, you got ripped off big time. But thankfully the mission ends with you tracking him down, punching him in the face very, very hard, and then getting double your money back as a reward. Number 5. The Stanamin Spork, Yakuza Zero. Now, the most common health items that you'll use throughout the Yakuza series are the various Staminin health drinks, which can restore masses of health and even top up your heat gauge as well. Now, if you keep your inventory stocked with these bad boys, you are not going to have any trouble with this game. However, a different type of bad boy, the reoccurring optional boss Joe-amon, is going to make you say Joe Mama once you've actually gone to fight him, because this guy, well, he's going to mess with you real bad. And because Joe having a stonking 14 health bars isn't ridiculous enough, he's also got an incredibly sneaky trick up his sleeve which can easily catch players with their pants all the way down. Throughout this hellacious boss fight, Joe may periodically pickpocket you and, without you noticing, swap your health items out for his own less than helpful knockoffs. You see, he can gift you what's known as Stanamin Sporks, rip-offs of the ultra-powerful Staminan Spark health drinks. So one is Stanamin, one is Stamanin. Stanamin, Staminan. Oof. I hope I've said it right, Dan. If not, just put this segment in here, and I apologise. It's messing with my brain, man. Health drinks, and considering that they look basically identical to their official equivalent, it's incredibly easy to consume them without even looking at their name. And here's the worst part, if you chug one, you are going to be dealing massive damage to yourself and even lose a ton of your heat gauge as well. So cheers, mate. But it also makes you wonder the amount of effort that this guy's gone into making these fake drinks and the effort it takes to put them on your personage in order for you to then drink them. The dude is putting a lot of energy in something that does not need to do this. Go do something else. Learn a different language. Start up a new career. Do something else. You've clearly got time on your hands. It is one hell of a dirty trick to be sure, but if we're being honest, it's tough not to begrudgingly respect the sheer gall of JoJo's bizarre style of hustling, the utter bastard. Number 4, the Secret Boots, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Now, vanity items may not give players tactical advantages in combat, but it wouldn't be fair to call them utterly useless, because who among us doesn't want to head into battle with some quality drip? And this is the thing, as a bold man, if there's an option to wear a hat, whether or not it buffs my stats or not, I'm gonna do it. I don't want to blind my enemy. Actually, maybe I do want to blind my enemy with that. Damn, maybe I've been completely playing the game on hard mode. Well, even with that in mind, Castlevania Symphony of the Night really takes the piss with its idea of cosmetic enhancements in a manner that feels kind of ahead of its time. You see, any player who picks up the enticingly named Secret Boots will discover the secret of its name is actually outrageously, infuriatingly rubbish. I mean, imagine just finding the item, the Secret Boots. You're going to look at them and be like, what's so secret about them? Is there like a scroll inside? Is there a treasure map? Is there actual treasure? Is there a portal to another world where everything is made out of chocolate eclairs? I must find out and put them on! Oh, it discreetly increases my height by a few pixels. Now, admittedly, this didn't set the grandest expectations, but the fact that it is literally just a number of pixels means that it turns you into a throwaway joke as Konami's finest laugh hysterically at you from upon high. While in fairness, the marginal, and I definitely mean marginal, height increase does allow you to access a few out-of-reach items, it's more likely that the overwhelming majority of players instantly de-equip the boots in disgust and never even considered that they might be in any way actually helpful. Number 3, the Bubble Gun, Earthworm Jim 2. Now, this is the thing, maybe I've been conditioned by playing a lot of Warhammer 40k, but when I hear the word bubble gun, my mind instantly thinks to the mech guns that you can get as the orcs, and they've got a thing called the Bubble Chucker, and it is utterly devastating. So when I heard the fact that you could get a bubble gun in Earthworm Jim 2, I was ready, racing to go and just absolutely smash, condense, and then collapse my enemies into foamy goodness. But it turns out that I was the only one with rabies afterwards because I was livid when I found that this gun absolutely sucked. Because for those who input the cheat code to unlock this mysterious weapon will find out that it's, well, literally just a supermarket brand bubble gun that fires bubbles and nothing else. To be clear, the bubble gun has no offensive properties whatsoever, because developers Shiny Entertainment thought it would be hilarious to make players go through the rigmarole of inputting a cheat code that leads to an absolute nothing burger of a weapon. And you know what? They'd be right. Fire away with the bubble gun in hand and a few bubbles will lackadaisically dribble out before then drifting off into the sky, causing no harm to anyone that they come into contact with. It is a classic useless weapon designed to solely troll the player base. And weirdly enough, there's a lot of effort that's gone into the animation of the bubbles themselves. Somebody spent way too much time on this. So yeah, thank you for the joke. It was a good one. Number 2, Rhythm Dodge Pull Cancel Chip. Hi-Fi Rush. Now in the bloody fantastic video game Hi-Fi Rush, you can buy and equip chips. No, not the edible kind, but they sure are tasty because most of them improve your damage output or give you some pretty nifty skills. Except that is, for one of them. Because you see, the Rhythm Dodge Pull Cancel chip is about as useful as shaving foam is for a Wookiee, and it doesn't offer you any buff of any kind, and instead, it straight up removes the ability to pull items towards you with the Rhythm Dodge ability whilst dashing, which, as anyone who's played this game will know, is the exact opposite of helpful. Evidently, developers Tango Gameworks, the cheeky little whippets that they are, couldn't resist but poke a little fun at players, lightly ribbing those who attempted to mindlessly hoover up every last item on offer in the store. And let's be honest, we all tried to do that, so when we put this chip in, yeah, life was bad. But if you read the item description, it even includes a sassy comment from your assistant character Peppermint, who says that she made this fundamentally useless chip just to test whether or not you were actually paying attention to all of the flavor text. So yeah, Peppermint, thanks for that, but next time, let's not try and embarrass me too much. And number 1, the Victim of Fashion Amulet, Dragon Age Inquisition. The Victim of Fashion Amulet can be forged in Dragon Age Inquisition by first picking up the fragment of inadequate chainmail from a dead body on Dragon Island. Now, the inadequate chainmail isn't merely a clever name though, it's effectively a chainmail bikini which offered its ill-fated wearer virtually no protection whatsoever as a parody of the fantasy genre's tendency to give female characters sexy armor with little to no practical utility. Because as we all know by now, historically, those who tend to make fantasy games are usually right horny bastards. But if you take a fragment of the chainmail to Dagna, she'll craft the aforementioned Victim of Fashion Amulet, which when equipped will give you +1 cunning, but also give you a -100% debuff to magic, melee, and range defenses. I'm just going to remove this one here and turn it around, because that's what this was. Hilariously though, the item description even refers to this as an outstandingly bad idea. Kinda like that time I introduced that knife juggling act at my nephew's 6th birthday party. Why I decided to set them on fire, I've no idea. What am I like, eh? And there we go, my friends. Those were 8 video game items that truly pranked players. I hope that you enjoyed that, and please let me know what you thought about it down in the comment section below. As always, I've been Jules. You can go follow me over on the Instagram and Twitters where it's @RetroJ, but the O is a 0. Or you could go over to the Future Game Show where I'm going to be doing all of my daily gaming content going forward. And also make sure that you give Dan a follow here because he works so tirelessly hard and we deserve to give him some support, right? Right? Dan, right? Yes, he's nodding, yes. But before I go, I just want to say one thing. Even though we look today at times where video games trolled players, you know what? You should not be doing that to yourself, my friend. You deserve all the best things in life like love, happiness, and success. We all do as human beings. And I want you to go out there and smash your life goals today because you are a massive ledge, all right? Do it for yourself because you are the bloody best. As always, I've been Jules. You have been awesome. Never forget that. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.